Here is our property on Wooden Loop Road. It's a small road, but it's a nice one. Turn down this long lane here, and that goes for quite a long ways. It's nice fields on the right. It's a nice big hay field. On the left, it's a horse pasture. This currently I don't own either of the sides of the lane. What I own is at the end of this lane, and this is a legal easement that is in the deed of my property here. On the left-hand side, there's a pond here. That's the neighbor's pond, and it's right beside the border of our property. Alright, here's the land that I just came in on. It comes down around here, and that travels to this trailer that's sitting there. The land that's in front here, this is the open land, part of the open land on the property that is for sale. And we come over here, and this is where the boundary is, about where the tree line is. And this is the lane that leads to the clearing back in the woods. That was a potential building site. That over that field is the neighbors. And now we get down to the bottom here where there's a stream that goes through the middle of the property. It's a lot fuller than normal because of the heavy rain that came recently. It's very overgrown, but it's a nice stream. During the summer, it can dry up, but it flows most of the year. This was graded to catch a lot of the water, the runoff from the hill, so that way it would be able to give it more time to go out through the culvert versus washing the road out. And it seems to have worked quite well because this road has lasted for over a year with some pretty heavy rains and hasn't washed out. So I think it's built pretty well. This is all professionally graded a little while ago. Come up here to where the clearing is. There's some trees here, not a lot in this section. It's probably 1 to 2 acres, this clearing that is in here. There's black raspberries, blackberries, and elderberries on the property. So it's a Y, it's like a circle loop that goes around and comes back out here. This section that we're coming up to, this is where we wanted to build our house. It's a great spot for it. It's about the highest spot on the property. It's, you know, the ground drains well for a septic. You have a decent view out through here and through the trees. It's also close, this building site, to where the large creek is, which we're going to go down there and see that next. That's where a lot of the woods are, which is in the screen here. This hill is fairly steep, but it's not too hard to walk up and down. There's a lot of holly bushes on the property, as well as some pines, hardwoods, quite a mixture. So down here is the stream. Like I said, it's been raining a lot of late, so that's extra high. That's about the boundary line over there. I enjoy this area down here a lot. It's very quiet and secluded. Certainly is running high right now. The tree that's been over the creek, that's about where the property line is. So this creek runs year-round. There's another smaller, really beautiful creek right here that feeds into it. A lot of rocks in both these streams, which makes it very beautiful. Yeah, this is a very nice area to be in. All these nice rocks and everything. I'm going to walk along the bank here a little bit to show you another special spot on the property that I enjoy. Technically, the property line is halfway in the middle of the stream. This is a very nice level area. It's very nice and level. It'd be great for a picnic area if you secured the picnic tables, a campfire, barbecue place, and some massive trees here too. Some of these trees are really big. Like this one is a poplar tree, and I can't even get my arms around it. The property goes down that way, the line, and that takes the bears to right in a 90-degree curve. So this stream really forms the property line on two sides. Alright, that's where we came up from the stream. Now we'll go see a different part of the property. This down here, there's a long trail that goes to the other end of the property where there's more fields. For now, we'll go ahead and go into some of the best parts of the forest. This is where the more mature part is, where it's more thickly wooded. There's a lot of firewood in this place. In a few years, you'll be able to log it for lumber. Quite a few of the trees are 8 inches round, 10 inches round. while there's a lot of younger ones as well. Alright, back on the trail again. This trail here was graded many years ago, I suspect decades ago, and it would be good to run a tractor down it, a truck. If with a little bit of clearing out, it'd be quite nice. It goes for quite a ways. It's decently long. The part over there is where one of the corners of the property is. I've not been in much, but I've been over there enough to see there's some nice rocks over there, and if you bulldoze the path back there, it'd be nice to be able to access that part of the property. Over here, that's where the field is. Basically, on the right-hand side of the trail, there's a lot of shrubs and brush, and on the left-hand side is where more of the tall woods is. Down here is where the center stream that goes through the property. It's where we cross it. It's a lot larger right now than it normally is. It crosses over here into this small, shallow pond before it empties back into Roaring Creek, the large one, over there around those big trees. And that's the property line. Quickly gets overgrown if you don't keep it all cut back. Alright, that is where we came up out of near where the creek was and all that. Came up over there. And the field here, this is the other end of the open area, the open land. There's probably 5 to 7 acres of open ground. About on the left-hand side of the screen is about where the property line is. It's just a nice panorama of the beautiful area that is up here. Very quiet, quite secluded, a few neighbors around. As you can see, it's rolling hills here. Makes nice pasture, or a hayfield. Now there's a fence going down the middle, but that divides the two fields. And then there's some fence posts on the right-hand side that were placed there to build a fence for cattle, or goats, or sheep, whatever you wanted to do with it. So it wouldn't take too much work to be able to complete at least one section of it. On the left-hand side is about where the property line is. That's the trailer, and on the other side of the trailer is where our vehicle is parked. So back where we started. Now as we walk past it, this is all part of the property for sale, essentially in front of you. Altogether, it's about 20 acres that are available. Though I'm willing to divide it down into 5-acre lots, and the price would vary accordingly, according if it's nice open land or if it's or if it's woods. That would definitely make a difference in price. And that's the lane where we started out, going down the hill there. Alright, there's a little bit of view going out the lane. As you can see, it's definitely out in the country. just let me know if you have any questions about it.